A clear vision is important for the governance of a startup. This is relevant for setting the right strategy as well as forming the basis for bringing on a board of directors to assist the founder of that startup. Hi, my name is Jimmy Gwalabiachi and you're welcome to Corporate Governance Africa, where we seek to promote good governance through film. In this video, we consider the importance of a vision in the governance of a startup. Simon Sinek defines a vision as the public statement of the founder's intent. In other words, the vision gives the reason why the business exists. A clear vision should not just be about wishful thinking. It should be translated into business goals, into objectives, and typically having a purpose statement for your business. In a previous video concerning how a board can help your startup or your family business to succeed, Francesca Kakoza told us how her startup benefited greatly from appointing a group of skilled outsiders to be a part of her board and to help her run her startup. One of the benefits of the board is that they helped her to break even just after 3 years of starting her business. One of the ways in which her board helped her to be profitable is by refining her strategy. A strategy is derived from a vision, and a vision is what we consider in this video. We hear from Joyce Kayima, the co-founder of Founders Freedom, a leading provider of corporate governance services in Kenya. This business focuses on founder-led organizations. Joyce tells us that it's important to document the vision, to put it down in writing, to capture it in words on a piece of paper. This helps the person to be clear about the people whom they want to make an input in their organization or to be potentially part of their board.
So it's very important for a business person, for a business founder, to document their vision, to write it down so at least they know who they need to bring in to help them to achieve that vision. If it's not written and it's just in their heads, it will be more difficult to communicate to the people that they bring around them.
Joyce emphasizes that in achieving a vision, no man or woman is an island. And so in doing so, she emphasizes that when one is starting out, it helps to document where the person envisions their business to be going. The truth is, most business people will bring people to make an input in their organization either formally or informally, and a vision helps people to contribute to the success of the organization in whatever way they can do it.
And as much as very many people say that they started and grew their businesses on their own, very many times there are a number of people who have been involved in the process, whether it's formally or informally. There's a survey we conducted once, and we find that founders usually consult their spouses before they make decisions. So sometimes it's in an informal manner. But for the formal manner, in that a startup having a board surrounding them, yes, it's relevant.
The vision also helps the board members to keep from straying from the vision or from the purpose of the organization.
And the board needs to be clear on what they're coming to do. So the founder needs to have their founder documented and then share it with the board. If they said they're going to work with the board, need to have their vision that they can share with the board so that they don't drift from the vision that the founder had initially, because it's very easy for that to happen, especially in a startup situation where things are changing all the time. You can have a board come in and they want to have a say in what exactly the vision is for the company.
The vision also helps the founder to be clear about distinguishing between the role of the board and the role of the management. Indeed, people who've joined the organization as board members or as employees or managers of the organization will be able to tell exactly where their parameters lie in making an input in the organization's success.
So even when the board is coming in, they should be clear on what they're coming in to do and how they're going to operate. Even if they have served as board members in other organizations before, very many times it might be a more established organization, a corporate, they also need to understand that it's a different dynamic. With a smaller business, with a startup, there are other things, there are nuances to being a board member. For a founder-led business, for a startup business, and even for a founder, how they relate with the board members. At that level, it's very easy to pull board members into management positions. So they also need to be careful with separating their ownership, the directorship and the management. They need to be very careful with that, so that you don't have the expectation of pulling board members into management, day-to-day management of the organization.
A vision helps the founder of a startup to identify the people whom they would want to make their input as board members of the organization or advisors in another capacity. The vision also helps the people whom the founder of the startup has identified to determine whether or not they want to join their business or whether or not they actually have the ability to make a positive contribution towards the success of that organization. If they find the vision compelling, they shall know how they can add value. On the other hand, if they are not inspired by the vision, then they may decline to make their input in the organization. When they do decide to join the organization and help the founder, it can give them the right parameters within which to contribute to the success of that organization. Do you have a vision for your business? Do you have goals and purpose statements so that your business is guided in executing its objectives, but also attracting the right network of people to join the board or to make a contribution in any other way?